Hey, my beautiful souls. A few days ago, I asked y'all a small question on Instagram. I asked y'all, are y'all struggling with friendships? And I said, let's just talk. And most of you have given a lot of responses, and I loved all of your responses. And I have included them a little as a reference for creating this video. So I hope you stay tuned till the end. And let me tell you, a few of the responses also stayed with me. Okay, some of you said no friends, some of you said yes, we are struggling with friendships, some of you said that I have always been the one who got betrayed. A few said that everyone leaves me and chooses someone over me, and it feels so heavy. So, this video is definitely for you. If not, please still watch. Never know, you may come across such instances, right? You should know how to deal with them. So, this video is for you, not just for motivating you all, okay, but to have a sense of clarity as to how you can move forward in friendships. At the same time, because friendships kind of shape us a lot more than we realize, right? So, let's talk about why friendships matter so much to us. Friendships are not time pass, right? They shape your confidence, they help you grow, they are also helping you have your emotional safety. You have that sense of belonging even when you show up in love. Friendships still matter a lot, right? A healthy friend will always remind you about who you are, celebrates your ups and downs, not just your wins, but all the low phases in your life as well. Corrects you even if it's not without humiliating you, right? That's the right way to do it. Sits with you when life feels a lot heavy, correct? And then comes a point when all of these things just shift. And when that bond shift, uh, kind of what happens is that it can hurt more than a breakup. And I'm sorry, guys, I have not prepared a very lengthy script as such to speak. But I just have my own experiences, and a lot of you can relate as well. So I am just going to keep it a lot natural instead of giving you some information from the internet, right? So I just feel like friendships always hurt a lot more than a breakup. It's not because we don't expect friends to kind of be there for us or anything of that sort. It's just that we don't expect them to emotionally disappear all at once, right? Now, this one's for those who said no friends. So, let me just say this thing very gently. Having no friends right now does not mean that you're unlikable or you are difficult or something is wrong with you. Absolutely not, okay? Sometimes it just means that you have outgrown your old circle. It means that you refuse to have any kind of shallow energy in your life. It means that you are just in a transition phase, okay? And it's always, always, always better to be alone than to be surrounded and feel invisible in a group of friends, right? So, if you want to build friendships, what you should do is start slow. Secondly, be consistent. Third thing is don't overshare too fast. Okay, that one is for me, though I have worked on it. Fourth thing is observe how people treat others, right? Fifth thing is invest where effort is mutual. Okay, I'm stressing a lot on this point because this is something that we all tend to not notice because we just focus on the end goal, which is keeping someone as a friend, but we don't look at the effort if it's mutual or not, right? So, guys, let me tell you one thing very clearly. People say that as you grow old, you tend to have less friends, and that's not at all a thing to be ashamed of, okay? I will tell you that you don't need 10 friends, you just need even one or two emotionally safe people around you, okay? Also, I feel for those who said I have been betrayed a lot, okay? So, is it their fault or is it your fault? That comes later, okay? First thing you have to understand is if the betrayal has been your pattern, you just have to pause, okay? Because sometimes betrayal isn't sudden, is what I feel. It's just, what do you say, tolerated disrespect, right? For example, if a friend calls you only when they need help, if they never show up for you until you reach out, they avoid difficult conversations, they run away from serious conversations, they reduce effort but still expect loyalty from you, and you are ignoring it, okay, I will not say you, but let's say we are ignoring it because we don't want to lose them, then that is something that we need to look at, right? Because awareness, I feel, is powerful, and it's not more about blaming yourself, it's about raising your standards. So don't tolerate any kind of consistent disrespect, because that will eventually turn into betrayal, right? So I hope this helps y'all. The next one is for those who said, everyone leaves me, right? So this one is pretty heavy, guys, because let's talk honestly. Life changes, people enter relationships, careers demand time, and that's totally normal. But what hurts us always is not change, right? What hurts us is silence and a lot of inconsistency. So when someone says, career or my relationship or anything else is my priority now, whoever cares will stay, and I really don't care otherwise, this is not maturity, is what I feel. Okay, I just heard an instance just day before yesterday. I'm not wanting to explain or the case in detail or take the person's name, but yes, there are people who can say things like this. That is not maturity, okay, it's just emotional convenience. Because prioritizing someone or something doesn't require you to disrespect someone else. You can also prioritize your career and still respect your relationship. You can prioritize your relationship and still respect your friendship, right? So if you value a friend, you will always say, my availability is changing, but I still value you. I will check up on you once in a while, right? You don't selectively show up, you don't give excuses repeatedly, or you don't expect understanding without any communication. Also, you will not treat your friend like a backup plan, right? Because balancing a relationship and friendship is definitely possible. Most of the people out there, I don't know why it becomes a lot of complicated stuff like this. I know every situation and every relationship is different, but why am I saying that balancing a relationship and friendship is possible? Because you cannot say which is more important or less important, right? Both are at the same level. You just have to maintain a balance, just like the justice card says in tarot, right? It requires ownership. That's the only part here. See, if you cannot balance both, you got to be honest to yourself, not to the other people. Be honest to yourself. Do I want this relationship? Yes. Do I want this friendship? Yes. Am I going to put someone else down just because I want both of the things? Or am I going to just put someone else down because I know that person B will understand? It could be a friend on one side, it could be a girlfriend on one side. Will you keep putting your girlfriend down just because you want to keep your friendship with someone? Absolutely not, and not even vice versa, right? So don't keep someone emotionally hanging. That's really not a very healthy thing to do, right? Don't treat people like options. Don't treat friends like footballs you kick around based on convenience, right? So I know it might have been a little harsh on a few people out there, but it's reality, guys, right? And I just want to tell you all that integrity just means, if I value you, I communicate, right? That's the simplest thing to do, okay? And if this keeps happening to you, it doesn't mean that you are replaceable. You got to tell yourself that, okay? It just means that sometimes you overgive a lot, sometimes you initiate a lot, you adjust a lot, you understand a lot, you try harder, even if they try less, or they always have some or the other thing to tell you, right? Just understand that relationships, friendships always require something called as reciprocity. Okay, you cannot carry both sides forever, right? Only one person cannot keep the friendship, only one person cannot make sure that the things are in the going in the same way, or changing in the relationship or friendship. Because you need to understand that it may be any relation on earth, a bond of friendship, relationship, the bond we share with our parents, without reciprocity, no bond can last forever, right? Reciprocity and understanding are two different things. Now some people will be like, hey, you know what, that's not the issue. What if my friend is understanding, we don't talk for ages, but we are the same when we bounce back? I personally have many such friends like that, and that is good in its place. We are talking about when emotionally some friends shut down and you just keep feeling like there's something wrong with you, which is not the case, right? So now, one more thing someone said was when friends emotionally shut down, it gets a lot difficult for them and how they should deal with it, right? So first thing is, see, you understand yourself that this is most painful part, okay? There's nothing like, oh, I'm cool with it. No, you are not. We all understand that. It's not a fight, not an ending. It is just slow withdrawal that keeps happening, okay? Friendship just does not go away in a day. There is slow withdrawal. There are stages to it, right? Less depth, less talks, less warmth in the conversations, less effort, okay? And you think, if you just told me what changed, I would understand. If you just told me, if he just told me this, I would understand. If she just told me, I would understand. No. Why? Because not everyone is emotionally that brave. I am that person who will just text my friend and be like, hey, where have you been all this while? And you don't even think of me, okay? But maybe the other person is not really that comfortable and they need their own time to process things, right? So some people avoid discomfort, some people avoid accountability, some avoid reality. And I want to tell this to everyone who's feeling hurt right now because of their friends, that don't consider this as your failure, okay? It's not something that you have done as such. Does it mean the other person has done it? No. It's just that two people are on different pages right now. One has understood what it takes to keep the friendship, the other has just taken friendship for granted and is just going on his way or her way, and someday they'll understand, right? So know when you have done your part. First thing is, if you have communicated openly, if you have always respected boundaries, if you have showed up consistently for your friends, if you have tried without getting your ego in between, then definitely stepping back is not a ego at all, right? It's not egoistic at all. So just understand that it's called something called as self respect, right? So you cannot force emotional maturity, you can only choose your standard, correct? So as we head to the end of this video, I just want to tell you all that I had a lot of heavy responses come in, and that made me feel like maybe it's actually going to help me create a video. So um that's how I came up with this topic. Friendships, guys, I just want to close by saying that they play a very major role in our lives, okay? They shape our confidence, our emotional resilience, they shape how we feel safe in the world. But your worth cannot depend on being chosen, okay? The right friendships will always feel balanced, feel safe, feel intentional. And sometimes not having friends for a particular season is just preparation, okay? Don't take it as your failure. Preparation for better alignment, preparation for healthier bonds, preparation for people who don't, let's say, disappear when life changes, right? So just understand that not every friendship is forever. Some teach boundaries, some teach detachment, some also teach discernment, right? And the right ones, they teach stability, right? So if you feel alone, betrayed, replaced, or emotionally confused, don't lower your standards to keep someone in your life, okay? Choose connections where effort flows both ways, protect your peace, communicate clearly, stand in your own power, and know your worth, because the right people won't require you to prove your importance, okay? They will choose you consciously, okay? And until they arrive, please don't wait. Choose yourself always, okay? That's all I want to say. I hope this video helped, and if it did in any which way, please share your experiences in the comments and let me know if I missed out somewhere. I will take that as a part 2 of this video and create the different video linking to this one itself, okay? I would love to know your experiences, and thank you for suggesting me to create a video on the same. Keep coming up with such topics. Maybe you get a free reading if I choose your topic. So you can also write down in the comment section what topic you want me to talk about later or in my upcoming videos, and I'll be more than happy to create more such videos for you. Till then, take care, lots of love, keep following Divine Alchemy Tarot on my YouTube channel and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Har Har Mahadev. Bye bye.